What is up, you guys? How are you all doing out there? I hope that you are having a super duper awesome day. I'm Ashley with AEHM Artistry and I'm in my PJs. It is super early in the morning because I am doing a full face of makeup, but not only that, a full face of Tarte Cosmetics. So I just got my order in the other day of a couple new goodies I wanted to try, as well as that 7 for $63, like not mystery bag, but the build your own bag. That 7 for $63 bag that was going on about a week and a half ago. So I'll show you the products that I picked out from that selection and some other new goodies that I got to try out. And then I have some like old favorites that I just love and I want to share with you guys, do a full face. And there's a couple products in there too that I'm not like the most amped about, but I'm going to try them again, see if my opinions change or anything. And we're going to be doing that. And if you want to see all that, then you know what to do. Sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. Now, before we begin, let me just be a good YouTuber and say, if you like what you see so far, I know it's kind of hard to tell, but you can always subscribe at any point during this video if you want to see more videos from me, because I post 3 times a week. And if you don't know if you want to subscribe to me yet, then just watch the video and find out, or go watch a couple other ones. I have like 200 videos on my channel. I have a lot. So anyways, let's dive into this. I probably should build this bag so it looks like more official, but I'll kind of go through with you my box that I got. So I stocked up on my favorite wipes, you guys. These wipes are amazing and they finally had the full size back in stock. So I got 3 packs of those. They're the Fresh Eyes Maracuja Waterproof Eye Makeup Remover. They are oil based, so they take off makeup amazing, but if you have like lash extensions or anything, be cautious because the oil can dissolve the lash glue. So be careful of that, but I love these. Let me put those aside though, because I don't need them today. No. Okay, so here's how the bag comes, and then everything comes loose. Let me build this really quick. Here is my 7 for $63 bag that I picked out. I picked the marble one. Ooh, it's so pretty. I thought that it was gonna be like a matte marble, but this may be either here nor there for people, but this is like a glossy one. So in case you're looking at that, you see very shiny, but look at it fits everything really nicely. When I was just building it right now, I was like, this ain't gonna fit everything, but it does. So it's not like a huge size bag, but it even fits this deodorant. So I picked out a deodorant because what I originally wanted sold out by the time I went to checkout. And that's the thing about this grab bag. So it comes at least 2 times a year, spring and fall usually. So if you've never heard of this before, you pick out like these different 7 categories and there's like 5 to sometimes 8 different products you can pick from to build your custom bag for $63 out the door. So that is super cool. And every year, every season they do it, I try to get it, and I'm never fast enough, and it always sells out before I can actually snag one. But this time I was able to get it, and I got the products that I really wanted to, except I don't remember what I was going to get instead of this, but I still wanted to try this anyways. Oh, it was like an eye brush. The eye brush sold out, but I got the deodorant because I'm going to be testing that out for you guys and letting you guys know, because it's a cruelty-free deodorant, hypoallergenic, no aluminum or anything like that. So I want to try that for you guys and let you know how I like it. Maybe I'll put a little bit on right now. Let's just smell it. Ooh, the cap's matte. That feels nice. Oh, it's nice. It smells kind of baby powdery. Okay, the formula going on feels a lot like the La Vanilla deodorants, which kind of have like a slick feel. It's kind of wet feeling. I don't particularly love it, but we'll see how it performs. We'll see. I'm like full face and armpits too over here. But I also picked out the Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I picked out the Lights Camera Splashes because I need a good waterproof mascara for summer here. And then they had some palettes when I was checking out. So Hamptons Weekender and the Glam on the Go eyeshadow palette, as well as the lippy I picked was the Quick Dry Matte Lip Paint in Exposed. So that looks like a good pinky nude shade. We will try that out. So that's what I picked for my 7 for $63 grab bag. Now, keep in mind, if you're looking at these in the future, I notice it changes throughout the day. So if you look in the morning and the products aren't really appealing to you, try looking back a couple hours later, because it seemed like it was constantly changing. When I went back, because I wanted to take like a screenshot to show you guys the products that I picked, and when I went to like build it again to screenshot it, almost all the products were different. Like these eyeshadow palettes weren't there anymore, but there was like a different eyeshadow palette, and there was a different like bronzing thing, something like that. And then the foundations pretty much stayed the same though. Keep that in mind when you are purchasing through that round. And we have some other stuff to try. I even have the new setting spray to try out. So let me just shut up and start applying this stuff, because daylight's burning here. Now, Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. I gotta admit, I tried this foundation about a year ago because it came highly recommended to me, and I got a sample of it at Sephora. I don't know if the sample was bad or it just didn't work for me at all. It separated, it got really greasy, really weird, but it could also have been the primer that I used. So I wanted to give it a try again, and the other foundations that were in the bundle just didn't appeal to me. So I wanted to give it another shot. Perhaps the sample was bad at Sephora, or like I said, I paired it with the wrong products. So with that said, let's make sure that we use the right primer with this. This foundation, it's kind of tricky because it says it's a water foundation, but I personally have come to the decision that I do not think it's water-based. I think it's silicone-based. And I've come to that conclusion because two things. The two active ingredients are titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. Now, when I looked up zinc oxide last night, when I was trying to like prepare for this video, I saw that most zinc oxides are wrapped in silicones and when they're blended to help adhere, I don't know. It's not water soluble, it said. So to me, that's kind of like an oil and water situation where it's meant to like repel water almost. So I don't want to put a water-based primer against that. And then also it's a little confusing because usually when you look at regular ingredients, so for interactive ingredients, it's water and glycerin. Those both obviously sound water-based, but then you get to this ingredient. Now I'm not like a chemist and I don't know a ton about ingredients, but I looked it up on Google and it seemed to help me a little bit. Isododecan, which I'm terrible at pronunciation too. This one says specifically when I Google it, not water soluble. So it said like repeatedly, basically it's not water friendly. So again, that to me, which it's weird that it's mixed with water, but they must make it work in some way. And then the next ingredient is cyclopenosa something Xen, which is a silicone, and then they have a trimethicone in there. So silicone, to me, it's a confusing foundation because it says water-based, but I feel like it's gonna go best with silicone-based primers. Now, I don't remember what primer I used last year with it. Can't tell ya. But today I have 3 different primers from Tarte, because I didn't know what was gonna happen. Obviously this one is out. It's the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Radiance Drops. It is oil-based, so I will not be using those. These are all sample sizes, by the way. Then I have the Mermaid Skin Serum. Now this isn't necessarily a primer, but it does work as a primer for some of my foundations. It is a face serum, but that one has more of a water base to it, so I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use the Rainforest of the Sea Quench Primer. This little travel size has lasted me a long time. It's like the little travel size that never ends, and I ain't complaining about that. And then on top of my feeling that this is silicone based, I went on to Tarte's website and it said the best pairing with this is the Quench Primer. So I am like, okay, good. My research paid off. I think that's the best pairing right here. Also, when I looked at reviews of this foundation before I placed the order, somebody in the comments said that the Drink of H2O, the moisturizer, it's kind of like a gel moisturizer from Tarte, pairs amazing with this. So if this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to go try that again because I really like that Drink of H2O stuff, and we'll see. If you don't know about this Quench Primer, I actually really like it. It's a jelly kind of primer, yet it has silicones in it. So not like, it doesn't feel ultra greasy silicones like the Smashbox Photo Finish. So I really like it. I've been gravitating to this one more than my Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I just feel like the Too Faced one, I'm just like, my skin's kind of over it. It's just not, it's not working the way it always has. So I think I needed to boost a little bit, and this one feels more hydrating in the long run. Where the Hangover RX, it's lotiony, so it kind of dries down. Now, I don't know whether to use a brush or a sponge for this foundation. Maybe I will do half and half. Yeah, let's do half and half. Why not? Give it a little shake. This is in a little dropper, which you either love or hate. I don't mind it personally because it just came shipped. Let me squeeze out any of the product that's in there and then shake it while it's squeezed. Make sure. Very blended. Okay, let's put some on the back of my hand here. I picked the shade Light Medium Neutral, by the way. Let's see if this is even my shade. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Ooh, this feels so nice. Now this is only supposed to be a medium coverage foundation, so I'm gonna try to keep that in mind when I'm judging it. Oh, that's going on so nicely with the sponge. It's already going on better than it did the first time I used it. I can remember that. I know a lot of people that have this foundation, they like love it. So I'm kind of like trying to make it work and trying my best way because I feel like it's user error as opposed to the foundation, but I could be wrong. It could be the foundation. We'll see. I'm also not covering up my discoloration like I usually do. I tend not to do that if I'm testing a new foundation because I want to see how the coverage is all on its own. Now let's go with a brush on the other side. All right, so this is the brush side versus the sponge side. Definitely, here, let me zoom in a little bit more. Definitely feel like there's more coverage on the brush side, for sure, but very glowy. Wow, very, very dewy, which is not surprising at all, but I feel like on the brush side, it almost is sitting on top of my skin, and then the sponge side, it's more absorbed. So that's kind of a toss-up because I like that this side looks like my skin, but I like that this is full coverage, but concealer could just play a part in that. So let me top off the excess and let's go in with concealer. Now, obviously for concealer, I have the Tarte Shape Tape. I've always been like 3 different colors in this Shape Tape. I just can't find the perfect one. I am gonna use though Light Sand. That is the closest to me right now. I always feel like though, maybe it oxidizes or something, but when I go to edit like pictures, it always looks like I have a yellow cast under my eyes. So I don't know what, because that stopped happening when I started using the Jeffree Star Magic Star concealer. So I've been partial to that one, but I still think Shape Tape is a tried and true babe. I'm gonna try not to overuse her though, because it is easy to get out of hand with this one. This is definitely a medium coverage foundation, by the way. I just have to say that. It definitely is. Let's keep this half and half. Let's half a sponge and half a brush. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, so I definitely prefer the sponge side versus the brush side, which is weird for me because I am like a brush full coverage girl. I just think that this foundation and even the concealer pairing work better with a sponge. It's more like melted together on this side, even though the coverage isn't as much. It just looks like my skin, but better, you know? This side just is sitting on top of my skin and it's almost like, I don't know, it's just like for building up the coverage, it just doesn't look right. Like a full coverage foundation, you know, would look normal. This one just looks like it's sitting weird. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit of the Shape Tape in a light neutral just to cover up my cheeks a little bit, but I'll use a sponge to blend it out. Love this side, definitely. I'm surprised. I am shook, as the cool kids say. Let me go in with powder now. So I have the Shape Tape setting powder. I've used this since last summer, actually. Yeah, so I've been really enjoying this powder. I think it's nice, especially if you are more on the oily side. This one controls oil a little bit better. I do like to use the powder puff that it came with this and kind of press and roll it because I have dry skin. I seem to not use too much as when I do with a brush. When I use a brush, I tend to use way too much. So I do like this powder. It seems to control nicely and set everything in place, and it doesn't oxidize my foundation. And that's pretty much it. It's kind of like a dupe for the Laura Mercier powder. I quite like it. The question though is, does it pair well with this foundation? I would say yes. It took away the stickiness and it feels really nice. Seems to be going well. So far, so good. Foundation is already off to a better start than it was last year. So again, it was either the primer or it was just old because I remember the bottle looking less than pleasant in Sephora. So that could have been the culprit. And now let's go in with this little Hamptons Weekender. I was really excited about this being a part of the little collection that you could pick from because I wanted to get this when Sephora had it on sale. I want to say like right after the holidays, maybe January, they had it marked down like for half price. I didn't realize it was this small though. When I got it in the mail, I was like, oh, this is a little tiny guy, which is perfect for traveling. Oh, and there's a blush in here. Oh, good. I had grabbed a blush, but I don't have to do that. I can use this one. So this has your bronzer, your blush, and your highlight in it. So let's get to kicking, man. I guess I won't contour today. We'll go for like a more medium natural look. Let's do, this is called Farmer's Market. That is adorable. Hamptons Weekender Farmer Market as the shade name. That is so cute. Ooh, this is really pretty color. Not crazy pigmented, but I think for lighter skin tones, this is really pretty. Really soft and subtle. Like I'm always on the hunt for a good to go like travel palette. So I was really excited to see some of these goodies for the bag because that's what I'm always trying to find. And I feel like I can never find one. Okay, that is really pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with blush called Summer House right here. It's a nice like neutrally blush. Oh, has some pigment. This has been happening to me lately with blushes. Like I just go in and then it's like, whoa, okay, all right, calm down there, lady. Oh no, I have like a, okay, yeah. Go in light-handedly. Wow. Some of the Tarte blushes like aren't crazy intense. Like I have a couple of these little Amazonian clay ones and some of them are really pigmented and some of them are really light. So I don't know. That's a little better. The actual color isn't like intense. It just, let me see. It's very neutral, but yet it still has some pigment to it. That would probably work. I think I would use a different brush. This isn't quite applying it the way that I would like it to. It's kind of sitting a little bit weird. Like it's not wanting to blend. Maybe it's the color for me. I think the color's too neutral that it almost kind of muddies up a little bit on my skin tone. Yeah, let's go in with the highlight though, because that's what it's all about. Beach Getaway, this one is called. Ooh, that's really pretty. Yes, we love it. Okay, cool. And you see it head on. Yeah, it's giving me a little bit of a white cast. I think the shade might be a little too light for me. I think this palette would be good for those more on the fair side skin tones, maybe like a light. I'm kind of light medium, I would say. So it's a little bit white for me when I look head on, but from the side, honey, that's gorgeous. And I'm still gonna apply way more than I need to, so. There you go. All right, so that is the Hamptons Weekender. Yeah, more on the fair light side. It is beautiful, but they did have one other set with different shades in it. I don't remember which set it was, but it has a little mirror too. That's great for on the go if those colors complement your skin tone. Now let's move on. All right, now I'm gonna use the Tarte Amazonian Clay Brow product. This is like a brow pomade. I tested this a little while ago and I tested it against the ABH Dip Brow. I didn't like it versus the Dip Brow and I ended up like using it a couple times and then forgetting about it. I honestly thought I threw this away, but lo and behold, there she was. So I'm gonna use it today. It's the Ash Blonde. I felt like when I used this product originally, it was like too soft and almost like hard. So I scraped off the top hoping that it was more creamier underneath because I had somebody recently tell me that they love this pomade and it's like full on waterproof and they absolutely love it. So I was like, you know what? Gotta give it a go because maybe my opinion changes. Maybe, you know, we're always changing and evolving. So let's see how this applies on my brows. Okay, I remember what I felt about this product. I felt like it was more on the powdery side. It's not that it's powdery, it's just like on the softer side. I like a really defined brow and it's hard for me to achieve it with this. This one is a good introductory pomade if you don't want to go like full dip brow intense pomade, but you just need to step up from the powder that's more on the waterproof side. I think this is a good pomade for that. Okay, we're gonna move on, but before I do, I have to go change my shirt. So wardrobe change really quickly because this is satin and it's sweaty in here, it's hot, and I just, yeah, okay, right back. While I do my eyes, I'm gonna let this sit on my lips. It's the Tarte Sting Zing. This is like a lip plumper, but it's not like a gloss. It's like a serum, kind of like a skincare based one. And it's interesting. I don't think it plumps like amazingly, but it does moisturize my lips pretty nicely. It just has like a slight tingling effect for like the first 5 minutes and then it kind of goes away. But it doesn't stay on the lips that great. I think that's why it doesn't plump very long or something. But like it has like an oil kind of slippy feel to it. While that's marinating, let's do my eyes. I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Lid Lock in the shade Buff. This is an eye primer. I don't know if they have other shades. Maybe they intended to, but it's still just this one that I saw. I originally got this because I was trying to see if it would dupe the Frankie Rose I Promise eye primer that I use a lot, but it didn't. It's fine. It works fine as an eye primer. It's not my favorite, but it does work. It's a little bit dry feeling, more on the matte that side. If you have this, let me know how you like it, because I haven't really heard many people talk about it at all. But it has a tiny bit of color to it. I just like it to like fully, like I'm a go big or go home type of lady. As you can tell, I'm like full coverage, full brows, full eye primer color, like everything. But I use it like when I'm in the rush and I just want to swipe it on my eyelids. But if you have really oily eyelids, you might actually really like this because it is so dry. It's not like super creamy, even though it looks like it would be. It's not, but it's not gonna be like crazy intense for carving out your brows or anything. I just put that there and then I warm it up with my finger because it needs to kind of melt a little bit and it works a little better. That's pretty nice. If I was just gonna do like this and like some nude powder on top and get that brightened awake look, then that works really nice for that, because it, like, this side is dry already, so that's nice. Probably don't even need to powder it that much at all. It's just if you're worried about it creasing. Now for the eyeshadow palette that was available, it was Glam on the Go, little cute little neutral guy. Packaging, Tarte's packaging is always so adorable. It has little palm trees. Oh my goodness, I didn't know what the outside looks like. How do I get the hologram to work? Oh, they're like dancing. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. That is so cute, Tarte. Oh my goodness. Oh, little clear thing came out. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Wow, look at that. You got your brow bone shade. You got a dark, you know, crease, darkening up shade. You got some transition shade right there and some beautiful shimmers. Oh, that is a cute on the go palette. Okay, let's see if it performs. I haven't had any issues with the Tarte eyeshadow palettes I've gotten recently, so hopefully it's okay. I still can't find my Sigma E36 brush. I don't know where it went. Good thing Sigma's doing free shipping all month long. I might be having to order. Okay, let's go in with this brow bone shade and just set the brow bone. Do these have shade names on them? Yeah, okay, so this, oh, I hate when this happens. So I think it's called Going Places. I really much prefer the shadow names to be on underneath the shadows. Okay, that has some pigment to it. That's good. Okay, let's do just a little simple neutral look. So I'm gonna go in with that kind of transition shade. Almost has like a orangey vibe to it. Ooh, that's really pretty. And that has some pigment to it too. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the darker shade. It's very warm tone brown. Deepen up that crease a little bit. Okay, that's really pretty. These are very warm tone. Do they feels a little buttery, but like dry at the same time, but that might be the primer that feels really dry. Yeah, because when I swatch them, it kind of has a buttery feel to it. So I think that primer is just so dry. Makes it almost like harder to blend products on top of. That's maybe like my feeling, because I feel like this formula feels silky. I was thinking that it was dry at first, but when I swatch it, it feels just fine. I think we can blame the primer for that one. Let's go in with a little bit of, ooh, these are all so pretty. I'm gravitating toward this rose gold shade. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just pop that on. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh wow, that is super pretty. Pop that right in, blend it out, just tap it out, tapping. Tap, tapping in it, tap. Remove yourself, you only live your life. That is so pretty. Yeah, though that is like a fiery shimmer. Wow, I thought this was gonna be like just straight up neutral, but this is like a very warm tone neutral in all the best ways. I love that personally. Wow, I might be in love with that shimmer. Holy moly, guacamole. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Can you guys tell how gorgeous that is? Oh my, there's like a yellow hint to it, an orange tint, and a red to it. Oh wow, that is gorgeous. Okay, let me put a little bit on the outer corner of the deepest shade. My eyes just look a little bit better when it kind of darkened on the sides. Kind of cat eye like. Let's do inner corner real quick. I'm gonna take this little brush and pop it into that light champagne-y shade. Ooh, that's not playing around. Oh, that works great. Wow, we used every shadow in this palette except the bronzy one. So let me swatch that one for you. That's really pretty too. Ooh, that has like a yellow shift, orange shift to it too. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, Tarte, this is gorgeous. Nobody talked about this little neutral palette, and this is really pretty. Really pretty. I guess I need to do the lower lash line too. Let me just run some of the transition shade on the lower lash line real quick. so cute. Not only is the packaging adorable, but the shades in there are so pretty. Are we sleeping on these Tarte to go palettes? Because hello, that is gorgeous. And I know they do these a lot, and maybe that's why, is because they're like always busting it out, but that is so pretty. So let's move on to eyeliner. Now I have two of the Tarte liners. I have the Maneater liner and the, what is this? Clay pot. Everything's clay. Everything's Amazonian clay. This is the waterproof gel eyeliner. I have used this one for a long time, and this one is a sample of it, and I'm gonna use this on my top, and I'm gonna try to use this in the waterline because I haven't done that before. This is nice. It's not as like jet black as I like it to be, so it's fine. If you want more of a soft black, then it works good for that. But well, that's going in the waterline so nicely. I don't think I've ever used it like that before. I just didn't have like a pencil, a Tarte pencil to use, so like let me try to work with what I got. That's going on really good. Let's put a little bit on the outer corner. Okay, I haven't used it like that. Let me swatch it for you on the back of my hand just to show you. It's like a soft matte black. It's not, I know it's silly when people are like, it's not black enough, but it's like, well, let me show you, because the Maneater, it has a slightly more glossy look. So yeah, it looks more matte, but it's more black. It's just more black. So I don't know, that may be a deal breaker for you. It may not be, but I'm just giving you the information so you can decide for yourself if you like it for you, you know, because that's what we're here for, right? Now let's go in with the Maneater liquid liner. So I got this when every time I place an order with Tarte, I get to pick one or two deluxe samples. So this little guy I got, I think 2 months ago, and it's still in there. I don't use it every day. I'm always alternating and rotating through my products, but this little one has been lasting a while. So far out of all the recent ones that I've tried, Too Faced Better Than Sex liquid liner, the NYX Epic Ink liner, and one other one. I've been liking this one the most. It does have that kind of not glossy sheen, but it has a satiny kind of sheen to it. So it's not matte, but it's just the most smooth, the most liquid, never fails. However, it's not for the faint of heart, because one little itty bitty tiny touch and it's on. Like you don't need to push very hard down on this to get it to work, which I like. But don't do it when you're in a rush. That's moral of the story, is take your time with this because it doesn't play around. It is very wet and long lasting. It just glides right on though. Oh my gosh. So smooth. Some of my best wings I've ever done have come from using this liner. But on the opposite hand, probably, I don't want to say some of my worst, but I've had to redo some because it's like, so you can't like sneeze, move, don't, because it'll dot and touch. But if you just, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Now for mascara. So I got the Lights Camera Splashes waterproof mascara. I've used the Lights Camera Lashes before, the original. I don't love it for me. I know it's like their bestseller and people love that mascara, but for me, it just didn't, I like a little bit of curl for mine because my lashes are long and they have a little bit of a curl, but some of the mascaras I've used kind of weigh them down and they start to fall. Hopefully this Lights Camera Splashes is a little bit better, but either way, I needed a waterproof mascara for the summer months. So let me go in with my Tarte Mermaid Curling Lash Curler. If you guys want to know an update on this, I don't know if they're still selling it, but when I first used it, I thought it wasn't strong enough and it wasn't doing anything. And then I went back to my other lash curler and I was like, oh no, this is amazing. It's $24, so it was a little bit pricey, but if you can get it on sale, I don't know if they still have this Mermaid one because this was last year, but they're always coming out with limited edition curlers, and I'm sure they're all the same, just different handles. I'm not sure, I shouldn't say that, but I would imagine that they're the same build, you know? Okay, so the brush is a little different. Oh, good. Okay, so do I have, no, the brush is a little bit different. I'll compare. The regular Lights Camera Lashes is thicker. Where is it? I gotta find it. So these are the different wands. This is the original Lights Camera Lashes. They're almost the same. This is the Splashes down here. The Splashes is almost more liquidy, where the Lights Camera Lashes is almost a little bit thicker, but the bristles are just about the same. Oh, Lights Camera Lashes, it's a little tiny bit fuller of bristles, but other than that, they're pretty close. So these lashes are kind of like a no fuss lash. They don't have like a thickening quality to them or lengthening. They're just kind of like a tint, you know, if you just want you know, a soft fluttery lash, and kind of similar to what the regular Lights Camera Lashes did to my lashes. However, I think that that one thickened a little bit. This one though, obviously it's gonna be a waterproof. I can't test that right now, but not my favorite, but I think for a waterproof day in the sun, that this would be fine, you know? Okay, for lippies, we have the Tarte's Quick Dry Matte Lip Paint. Ooh, the packaging is really pretty on that. This one is the shade Exposed. Now, they tend to be a little bit dry for my lips, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes anyways. Oh, it's a little watery. Okay, let me mix it up. Maybe it got, so maybe it was sitting there for a while. That's the thing with the 7 for $63 bag. When you're trying to pick out your products, just if you want to get the best value for your money, then some of the products are sale products. So you don't have, like, the suggested retail value is in like the $200 range, but some of the products that they pick to go into the bag are ones I think that they're trying to get rid of anyway. Some of them are new or just like regular, normal all the time, like the Rainforest of the Sea one is just like their regular foundation. But then they had the Shape Tape foundations, which last I was told they are discontinuing those since the Face Tape came out. But maybe because of the Face Tape reviews, they're gonna keep Shape Tape, I don't know, or if they're just trying to get rid of it, but I know that Ulta didn't have it anymore. So, but let's try this one. I don't know if this is a discontinued shade or if it's a sale shade or if this is a regular. I thought it was in the regular series, that's why I picked it, but I could be totally wrong. I love this color though. Oh my goodness. That is a beautiful shade. That is like my lips. Okay, I love that lip color by itself, but I don't love it necessarily with this eye look. It's fine. I think it's fine with this eye look. In person, it's slightly more pinker versus the orange one. So I personally would pair this eye look with a nude lip that leaned more on the orange tone. The one time I want a nude lip with a little bit of orange in it. Everything pulls orange on me, but this lippy pulled more pink, and it is gorgeous. I just wouldn't necessarily pair it with this eye look. You know what I mean? So we have one more product to try out, and it is brand new to Tarte, to me, to you, to everybody. So the last product is the new Stay Spray from Tarte. This is the new setting spray that is supposed to be like waterproof, locks and makeup for 16 hours, transfer proof, weightless, microfine, ooh, cucumber and aloe extracts. Does it say waterproof? Hang on. I thought I saw in all the marketing stuff that it said waterproof. Okay, it doesn't say waterproof on the box. Hold the phone. Hold the phone in my hand and look it up. Yeah, girl, it says make it waterproof, sweat proof, transfer proof on Tarte's website. So I'm not imagining that. And I also saw them trying to test out the waterproofness on their Insta stories. So it just doesn't say it on the box, but oh. Well, that smells really amazing, but the sprayer's odd. It's like a fine mist sprayer. I mean, it's nice because it doesn't spit at you, but it's such a fine mist. It feels okay, like when you're in the summer and you go somewhere with misters, that's the kind of misty feel that this sprayer gives. So it's hard to tell if I got everywhere. So I'm just gonna keep using it. It feels and smells so nice though. I thought it was gonna be a lot like the Urban Decay All Nighter, but it's not. It's a smell all on its own. It's a feeling all on its own. That's good, because I thought they were a little bit close to that, but this feels really good and secure too, and this is a matte feeling also. Oh, that's nice. It's not separating my foundation, making it weird at all, so that might be a nice setting spray. Right, you guys, so this is the finished full face of Tarte here. What are we thinking about that? I think this is like a very soft, beautiful, natural look, as natural as like fiery shimmer on the eyes can be, but this is a good like on-the-go look that I would normally do in my like everyday routine. Now, as everything's settled onto my skin and all the products are applied, I feel like the sponge side versus the brush side of the foundation kind of looks the same. I don't really see any difference anymore now with the powders on top and everything like that. The foundation is already going way better, way better than when I first used it last year. Like within 20 to 30 minutes last year when I used this foundation, it was already getting really gross and I was like, oh no. So I think that was the primer. issue that we were talking about. Pairing it with the right primer is key, and this foundation is very confusing because it says water foundation on it, but I don't personally feel that it's water based. It's weird. So when I try to look for primers to match my foundations, I just try to get the closest ingredients for the first few ingredients as possible, and that is how I came up with that. And then obviously on Tarte's site, the Quench primer says to pair it with Rainforest of the Sea. Rainforest of the Sea, I believe it said Quench primer. So obviously match made in heaven, because that worked really, really good. I'm not gonna go through each and every product, but some of my favorites, I love that eyeshadow palette. I think that is so gorgeous. This palette right here, I was probably the most excited for, but I feel like it's better for lighter skin tones. It worked great today for like a soft natural look. I like that bronzer a lot. The blush is kind of not really existent on my skin tone, and it's a little too neutral to be a full blush. I know it had some pigment over there, but it was like a neutral pigment where it kind of looks muddy on my skin a little bit. And then the highlight is gorgeous, but when I turn to the front, it looks a little bit like a cast, you know what I mean? So I don't love that, but it's still really cute, and I think in the winter I'll be able to get away with this a lot better when my skin's a little bit more on the lighter side. Oh, I'm super excited to keep testing out this spray for you guys. It felt really nice. I was very surprised by that light mister spray. I gotta get used to that, but I have to try it, update you guys, let you guys know. Same thing with the deodorant. I'll keep trying that, and I'll let you guys know in the future videos how I feel about it. All right, you guys, thank you all so much for stopping by and checking out my full face of Tarte cosmetics, including the 7 for $63 bag. Make sure you are signed up for the Tarte email so you do not miss out on that next time, or follow them on Instagram if you have Instagram, or just follow me because I try to let you guys know when these good things happen. Speaking of that, if you are new to my channel and just stumbled upon my face for the first time and you made it through this whole video, well, that means that you probably just want to go ahead and subscribe. I mean, at least consider subscribing, because I post at least 3 times a week, and I just love creating for you guys. I just have so much fun just sitting down and filming. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning to start filming for you guys, and I'm ready to start my day. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that every single one of you guys out there have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, happy, lovely day.